Hi there, I'm Amber with Kaleidoscope Yoga. Thank you so much for your interest in my video today. Hey, if you'd like to follow along when we do the classes live, just like my Kaleidoscope Yoga page on Facebook or follow me on Instagram at Amber Kleid Yoga for dates and times. In the meantime, grab yourself your mat, a couple of blocks, maybe a blanket and a towel, and perhaps a bolster or a thicker pillow to rest on in Shavasana, and I will meet you on the mat. So find that comfy space on your mat, sitting on a block or a blanket. And make yourself nice and comfortable. Finding that tall spine, relaxing the shoulders down. Just kind of not necessarily rolling them back and down, but just letting them sit in this nice neutral position. Just kind of where they click in on the upper back there. And then palms down or resting up. And then as we begin, let's see if we can find some softness in the expression. So maybe lifting and lowering the eyebrows at first. So we stretch the eyebrows out and then we lower it and soften that space between the eyes. And then we soften around the cheeks, letting the eyes rest back in their sockets, and you can close your eyes if you'd like. As always, the option to just gaze at the floor is always there too. And then softening through the jaw. And you may like to take a little swallow here. You can kind of move the jaw from side to side. Maybe even cultivate a yawn if that comes. And then just letting the lips touch softly. You can let the teeth part just a little. And then let that tongue relax. And then maybe today the tip of the tongue comes to the space behind your two front teeth. And then draw the attention to your ears. And see if you can feel the outline of your ear. So beginning at the top and kind of feeling the outline of the ear all the way down to the earlobe. And then draw your attention to the sounds that are outside, far away as you can pick up. Perhaps some of you can hear traffic in the distance. Maybe the neighbors or someone close by is doing yard work. And you can choose each sound individually and then pick them up as a collective. letting the sounds drift closer until you are in your space, or maybe even around the house if you can hear birds chirping. Maybe you have a clock that's ticking, or maybe it's silent. And just hold this space for a moment, just noticing these sounds. And then bringing your attention to the sound that is inside you. So listening to the breath. Keeping the inhales and exhales soft. But focusing in on that sound. Keeping the face soft. And then go ahead and follow the breath to the chest or the belly. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Let's go ahead and take one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And for just a few breaths, just kind of notice where the space originates, where the breath comes in contact with the chest or the belly. So we're just feeling this connection. So once you've established this connection, let's enjoy 3 really deep breaths, and we're going to let them originate at the base of the belly and move all the way up to the shoulders, to the tops of the shoulders. So let's take an inhale and exhale together, just a regular breath here. And then deeply start to bring the breath into the low belly. Let the belly expand out. Feel the hand being gently pushed. Extend past the diaphragm, and then feel the chest lift and the ribs expand. Big breath, big breath. And then part the lips and sigh it out. Nice and slow, almost as if you're blowing through a straw. Feeling the decompression of the chest, the pulling in of the belly. And then when you're ready again, go ahead and begin at the base of the belly. Into the chest, all the way up. Maybe finding a little length in the spine. Parting the lips and letting it go. Once more, deep into the belly. Filling all the lungs. Deep and wide breath. Part the lips and let it go. Go ahead and rest the chin to the chest, keeping that length through the spine. And then if you'd like, you can bring the hand that's at your belly up to your heart space, bringing both hands together. Anjali Mudra, or just resting on top of one another. And allow yourself to set an intention for the class today. And then draw the head back above the heart space. Go ahead and relax the hands. Bring them down by your side. And we're going to take a nice deep inhale, right hand to the sky. And exhale, dip it to the left. Release the breath. Inhale, hand comes back up. Remember to connect gently to the core. And exhale, hand's going to roll down. Inhale, left side up. Stretch through the side body. Keep that left hip anchored. Exhale to the right. Gentle stretch here. Inhale, fingertip up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale to the left. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, release it down. One more time doing this particular stretch. Lift, lift, lift up. Exhale to your right. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, let the hand come on down. Inhale, right hand back up, keeping it straight. Turn your gaze to the left and exhale, right hand down. So you're looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, left hand up, bring the gaze forward. Stretch, fill up that side body with breath. Look to the right, exhale, left hand down. Use the full extension of the breath for the full movement. Inhale, right hand up, gaze moves forward. Exhale, look to the left, right hand floats down. Left hand reaches up, the gaze moves forward. Exhale to the right, left hand comes down. Inhale, left hand up. So bring the left hand back up. And we're going to exhale here, keeping the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, draw nose towards elbow pits. You're going to look up. And you're going to exhale, arm down, look to the right. Take an inhale, draw the head back to center. Exhale here. Take an inhale, bring the right hand up, look over the left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, nose comes to elbow pit, so look up. And exhale to the left, right hand's going to float on down. Inhale the head back to center. Exhale. Inhale, left hand up, gaze comes to the right. Exhale here. Inhale, look up, so nose towards elbow pit. And exhale, draw the left hand down, gaze to the right. Inhale, head over heart. Exhale, relax the body. Inhale. Exhale, look to your left. Inhale, bring that right hand up. Exhale. Inhale, gaze towards the elbow pit. And exhale. Look to the left, right hand comes down. Go ahead and let the chin move to the chest, keeping the integrity in the spine. And then inhaling, drawing the head back above the heart space. So let's go ahead and switch our legs, please. So opposite foot forward. And let's go ahead and draw our hands into goalpost or goddess arms. Take an inhale, elbows back, lifting just a little through the chest and hugging those shoulder blades behind you. And then as you exhale, you can draw the elbows and the forearms towards one another. And if you choose, you can dip down a little bit, drawing chin to chest. Inhale, big breath in, open heart. And exhale down. Again, breathing in, opening up that heart space, getting a little stretch through the biceps, and then exhale down. Once more, big inhale up. And exhale. This time, inhale, fingertips to the sky. Straighten the arms out, stretch through the side body. When you exhale, we're going to twist to our right. And we're going to hang here for a few moments. If you haven't found a lot of movement today yet, don't crank yourself into this twist. Just be gentle and just find a space that allows you to still maintain a nice tall spine. And then so we're going to gently work our way into this twist a little bit more. So lengthening through the crown of the head and taking an inhale, you're going to come forward just a little bit, not all the way. Just unwind, just a touch. And then as you exhale, you're going to move into your twist just a little bit more. And see if you can initiate your twist from your low spine rather than up through the shoulders. Inhale again, lifting just a little bit. And then exhale, twisting through the low back. One more time, inhale, straighten up just a little bit more, come forward just a bit. And then exhale into your twist. Pause here, taking a few more breaths, noticing if you're able to move into the twist a little bit more. Maybe, maybe not. Breathing deeply and relaxing into it. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, fingertips to the ceiling. Big inhale, stretching through the side body, and then exhale to your left. Notice if one side's a little bit tighter than the other today. See if one side needs a little extra care as you move into your twists. Taking a few breaths here. And then again, let's take that inhale and come forward just a little, lifting through the spine. And then exhale, rotating, seeing if you can initiate it from the low spine. Inhale, bring it forward just a little bit, find that breath, and then exhale. One more time. And then exhale. Come into your twist, relax again. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed too. Legs are soft. And then when you're ready, deep inhale, fingertips to the sky. One last thing while we're sitting, let's bring our hands behind our head, back at the occipital bone. Cup the hands behind, drop the thumbs, open wide through the elbows, and just let your head rest back for a moment. Let your arms and hands cradle the head. Finding your breath. And then softly and slowly release the fingers and let the arms rest and tumble down. Go ahead and find a little movement in the shoulders. You can drop the head from shoulder to shoulder for just a few moments. Take these next 5 breaths just to find a little bit of organic movement through the neck and shoulders. Let's do that. Just being mindful of any sensations that might pop up. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and uncross our legs, and we're just going to sit for a moment with the legs out in front of us. And just give them a chance to kind of relax through the knees. You can give yourself a little self-massage here. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and make our way into tabletop position, setting your blocks towards the front of the mat. Remember to use your blanket if you want a little extra padding in the knees or the wrists. And set yourself up with a nice solid foundation. Remember to bring that belly in just a little bit, and we want our shoulders to not drop, but we want a nice little doming effect on the upper back. Toes directly behind the knees. Let's take a nice deep inhale, find our cow. Belly down, gaze and hips up. Exhaling, rolling up the spine, shoulders relax. We're pressing through the palms, sending power up the arms. And then inhale back to cow. And exhale. And inhale, find cow, last round. And exhale, find your cat. And then neutral spine. So we're going to take our right foot and we're going to anchor down those toes. And we're going to take our gaze to the left. And we're pressing through the heel, so we find a connection through the calf. And then as we turn to our side, you might feel a nice little side stretch here. And then come back to center. Go ahead and bring the right leg down, left leg, toes to the ground. And remember, we're still feeling some activation through the arms here. because we're kind of sending that power up through the arms and shooting it down the spine into the heel. And then take the gaze to the right. So I'm feeling a stretch through my neck, through my upper shoulder, all the way down the left side of my body to my heel. And you may or may not feel the same sensation. And then come on back to center. Go ahead and widen the knees out a little bit. Bring those toes together. You're going to sink the hips back. Draw the hands forward and find this nice child's pose where you can deepen a stretch through the arms. So you may tent the fingers. You may find that that helps with that stretch a little bit. Take 3 deep breaths here. And on that 4th inhale, palms to the floor, draw yourself back up into your tabletop position. And we're going to go ahead and draw the right foot forward, and we're going to find our low lunge here. Spreading those toes, connecting to the mat, letting a little bit of weight come into your heel, keeping that knee above your ankle, please. And remember, if you want a deeper stretch in your hip flexors here in the front of your thigh, you can always bring your left knee back and down a little bit. Go ahead, if you have blocks, grab them or just bring the hands to the floor. And we're just going to try to find a little opening in the chest here. We're going to let that neck be an extension of the spine. Shoulders are relaxed back. This is a great opportunity to find a little stretch through your wrists too. If you have your blocks, you can draw the finger pads. I can't think of what that's called. The base of your fingers to the end of the blocks, and then just drop the wrists off a little bit for a little stretch. And then the chest is moving forward. Good. Go ahead and anchor down that left hand and draw the right hand up. So we find our revolve twist. Now, if you want to here, you can lift up that back knee. The choice is yours. Go ahead and rotate through that right wrist. And we're going to take a couple of breaths with some big circles to work through the shoulders. So inhale. And then as you exhale, sweep the arm down. Inhale, reach it forward. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale, bring it down to your block or the floor. Go ahead and drop that back knee if it's up. Extend the right leg forward and sit back into your runner's lunge. Point the toes for a moment and let this right hip kind of drop to the floor. Relaxing through the shoulders as best as you can. And then go ahead and point the toe. Get a little stretch through the shin. And then go ahead and find that movement for a moment, forward and back, pointing and flexing. You can kind of roll the heel a little bit. And then go ahead and let the right hip drop back. We're going to flex through the toes as best as you can. And we're going to find a couple of cat-cows here. So taking a nice deep inhale, we're going to arc the back. And then exhale round. Inhale, arc. Exhale, round. Last time, inhale. And exhale, find your cat. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bend through that front knee. We're going to go ahead and bring the blocks down. Draw the hands to the inside of the right foot. Let the right foot open just a little bit. Coming into your lizard, and as always, you have the option to lift up that back knee. If you just want to kind of get into that hip a little bit, this is fine. Just bringing the palms to the floor, powered up through the arms. And then while you're here, you might look over one shoulder and then the other. And then we're going to walk the palms back and just swing the right leg back. And let's go ahead and bring that left leg forward. So same thing, spread the toes, lay them on the ground, knee above the ankle. And again, the right knee can come back a little bit farther if you'd like. It all kind of depends on how the space feels here. So again, we come onto our blocks if you have them. And then if you want to try for that little stretch, you can actually turn the fingertips turn your wrists away from you and get an opposite stretch here. And then open up through the chest, let the shoulders relax back. Let's bring the right hand down this time, left hand to the sky, revolve twist. And we're going to do those circles again, so take a deep inhale and exhale. Fingertips towards the back of the room. Inhale, sweep it up, take up as much room as you can, and exhale. One more time around, big inhale up. And exhale, bring the fingertips down to the block or the floor. Walk your hips back, straighten out that left leg. Start by flexing the toe and letting the left hip drop down just a little. And then go ahead and point the toe. And then go ahead and do that motion, pointing and flexing for a few breaths here. You can also kind of rock the heel from side to side. And then pointing the toes, let that hip sink back. Let's go ahead and do a few cat-cows here. So deep breath in, dropping the chest forward. And then exhale, round it back. Inhale, find your cow. Exhale back. Should feel pretty good through your hamstrings and your cow. Let's do it one more time. If you feel any tension in that knee, remember to bend it a little bit. And then on this next inhale, go ahead and draw yourself forward. Set the blocks to the side, heel toe left foot over to the left side of the mat, finding your lizard. Again, yogi's choice. If you prefer to lift up the knee behind you, you can go ahead and do so. Just taking a moment to acknowledge the hip. See how it feels. Sending a little breath there if it's a little testy today. And then when you're ready, if you've got the back knee lifted, go ahead and drop it. We're going to sink the hips back and swing that left leg behind. Turn the toes under and roll yourself into forward fold. Pressing into the toes, checking into the heel. Letting the head and neck relax. And then dropping the bottom just a little bit, letting the weight move into the heels. Start to roll yourself up. Engaging the belly, strong in the legs, fingertips all the way to the ceiling. Palms together at center, exhale down the midline. Forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, draw yourself up. Slowly checking in on all those muscles on the way up. Engage the belly, keeping that low back safe. Again, inhale, fingertips to the sky. Palms together and exhale, float it down the midline. One more inhale, draw it up. Fingertips to the sky. Palms together and exhale, float it down. Fingertips all the way to the mat. Bend the knees generously if you need to. We're going to walk hands forward into downward facing dog. Lifting up through the hips. Go ahead and walk the dog for a moment. Getting a nice deep little stretch into the calves. Massaging the toes. Power through the arms. The arms are straight. Shoulders are kind of relaxed back and they have this external rotation. We're going to anchor down left foot, inhale, right foot to the sky, three-legged dog, rotate through that ankle. On the right foot, drop into the left heel, just a little bit more if it allows. Big breath in, big inhale, and as you exhale, knee is going to come forward towards your right elbow. We're not stepping through. And then inhale, draw that foot back. Exhale, knee towards right elbow. Inhale, step it or bring it back up. And then this time we're going to exhale and we're going to bring it on through. So right foot forward. Set yourself up for a high lunge here. And then keeping that front knee over the ankles, drawing yourself up. Reaching for the sky, relaxing those shoulders. We're going to take an inhale and we're going to straighten out the front leg and kind of lift the back foot so the heel comes off the ground. And we're going to exhale, hands down, bending the front knee, resting the heel towards the floor, maybe even bending through that back knee, which will give you a nice little stretch through the quad. Inhale, straighten the legs. And exhale. Yogi's choice, how far you decide to come down. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. And exhale. Keep it here. One more inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, float the hands down. Come back into your high lunge, or I'm sorry, low lunge, hands on the ground. We're going to go ahead and draw the left foot forward. Find your forward fold. Rest here for a moment. You can let the hands dangle. You can find a gentle sway from side to side if that feels good. And then rest in the center. Dropping the weight into the heels just a little bit. We're going to do our roll-ups again. So take a nice deep inhale, slow, activate through the legs, pressing the soles of the feet to the ground, fingertips to the sky, palms together, exhale down the midline. Again, inhale. And this time, if you want, you can drag your fingers all the way up the legs and then up. Palms together, exhale down the midline. Again, you can drag the fingers up the legs, up the front of the body. And this time, palms together as we exhale down the midline. Go ahead and draw the fingers down the front of the legs, sending that energy back to the earth. Fingertips to the ground, bend the knees generously. Let's go ahead and bring the right foot back. Get yourself set up for that high lunge. When you're ready, draw yourself up. Relax the shoulders. And we'll inhale, straightening the legs, lifting that back heel up. So we're getting a nice stretch through the back of the foot. And then exhale, bending that back knee perhaps, your choice. Inhale, straighten everything out and up, reaching, and then exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Stay here. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bring those hands forward. Let's find forward fold. One more time. Bring that right foot forward. And then start to roll yourself up. Rooting to rise, sending the energy through the soles of the feet. Hands up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart space. And just rest here for a moment, taking a breath or two. We're going to anchor our left foot down. A little bend in the knees, a little buoyancy. We're going to shift our weight into the left leg. Draw the heel of the right foot up so the toes are balancing on the floor. And we want to keep our hips here even across, so we're not lifting through the right hip. So we're going to move into a little balance shape here. If this is where you want to be today, stay here. Relaxing the tailbone, engaging through the belly. We're going to lift the knee up. Now, if you can, cup the knee. And then you're going to lengthen through the spine and relax the shoulders and elbows. If you can't cup the knees, you just want to reach and maybe touch the knee a little bit, you can do that. And this is it. So see if you can find a comfy space to relax and root down through the sole of the foot. Find your breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax the right leg. Let's go ahead and move to the left, or to the right leg this time. So Getting that foundation ready, spreading the toes, bending a little bit in the knee, letting the tailbone relax. Hug in through the belly, connecting to that core. Drawing the heel of the left foot up so you're balancing on those left toes. Checking your hips so you're straight across. Your left hip isn't up. And then when you're ready, if you want to move forward, go ahead and lift up that left knee. Fingertips can either reach out, or if you can cup the knee. Wherever you are, send that energy into the sole of the right foot and lift a little bit more, all the way to the crown of the head. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it out. Go ahead and rotate the wrists, work through the ankles for a moment. And then I would love for you to find a wider stance. Go ahead and bring the hands to the hips. A little buoyancy in those knees. And let's turn our toes out a little bit. So heels in, toes turned out. But make that connection with the big toe, little toe. Find that heel. We want to have a solid foundation under our feet. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to send our hips back, crown of the head forward. So we're rotating down, and we're going to come parallel to the floor. And I'd like you to just kind of notice what part of the leg you feel this in. And then when you're ready, we're going to take left hand to the floor and right hand to the sky. Or maybe you'd like to use a block. And we'll find this little twist here. And then we're going to engage in the belly, and you're going to lift the left arm up and come back to parallel. Arms are going to reach out over the length of the mat. And then exhale, right hand down, left hand to the sky. Let's do that again. Keeping that belly engaged. Inhale, stretch the arms out. Exhale, left arm down, right hand to the sky. Inhale, stretch the arms out. Exhale, right hand down, left hand high. Let's do one more set. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Go ahead and release the left hand down and find a little hang time here. Just relaxing the head and the shoulders. And you're going to gently heel toe the feet to center. And bend through the knees and go ahead and make your way onto your bottom. So rest back on the mat, draw the knees in, find a gentle rock from side to side. And then take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toe. And you're going to kind of come into a little happy baby here. And then I invite you to stretch out the right leg. And then bend the right leg and then stretch out the left leg. And then bending both legs, go ahead and straighten if you can. Come to wherever feels comfortable, but stretch out both legs. And then slowly go ahead and release the soles of the feet together, finding your cobbler's pose and resting your knees out to the side, bringing your hands to your belly, finding space in the back of the shoulders, really letting the shoulders connect to the floor. And then close your eyes, taking a couple of breaths here, maybe bringing yourself back to your intention. And then if you'd like, you can rest the legs out long, maybe something underneath the knees. And then connect to the breath. Again, softening the gaze. Letting gravity gently tug the cheeks towards the floor. Letting your shoulders feel soft. Letting the backs of the arms rest heavy on the floor. Sensing your spine all the way from the top of the neck to your tailbone, resting against the floor. Feeling the weight of the calves and the heels, and the softness of the fingertips and the tips of the toes. Draw a little smile to the corner of the lips and offer up a few moments of complete release. Begin to draw a deeper breath into your belly. Explore a little movement in the fingers and the toes, gently rocking the head from side to side. If you'd like to roll to one side, taking a couple of breaths, please feel free to do so before you make your way into an upright seated position. Drawing the hands to heart space. Always in gratitude for our practice together. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you have a beautiful day. If you're here in Western North Carolina, it looks like we finally have a day without rain. Enjoy yourself. Namaste.